as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to tonight's game, everybody. It's the Chicago Bulls facing off against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Well, it was the Bucks winning their last game against the Nets. That game was a real shootout. They'd like to keep their scoring up, but get a few more stops, too. And Coach Mike Budenholzer, what a situation he walked into with the Bucks. Already, it looks like a great match.
Yeah, he starts out with an MVP candidate. Plus, he's got a lot of talent on that roster. He's taken his teams to places they weren't even going to smell last year.
And Budenholzer's the coach you want for a competitor. Not a rebuilding team, but going from Atlanta to Milwaukee, that was a blessing from him.
Blessing, I get it.
You know who's from Milwaukee?
You.
Yep.
The mean streets?
From the
Ernie
mean
Johnson?
streets of Milwaukee.
East side or west side?
Shout out North 68th Street.
North side.
North side.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Here's Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. Kevin Harlan here along with Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, David Aldridge on our sideline. It's our pleasure to welcome in the sports guy, Bill Simmons, to our broadcast for a second straight year. It's an honor to have you here courtside with us.
I'm just excited that I got brought back. I felt like I was on Brook Lopez on the one-year contract last year, and then now you've invited me back.
But you've
another one-year contract.
You've reinvented yourself, though.
Yeah,
you can hit outside comments.
I tried to expand my range, you know, but so we'll see. We'll take it year by year.
We can't wait to hear it. Hey, Dave.
Well, for the Milwaukee Bucks, it had been an 18-year dry spell. They hadn't won a playoff series since 2001, the longest such drought in the league. But with superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo leading the way, the times are indeed changing in Brew City. Kevin?
They are fun to watch. Thank you, David. And Milwaukee, as recently as 2014, Bill, they were last in the league in attendance, so nowhere to go but up.
Yeah, until they have expansion, maybe that's the only way they could go down. Yeah, you know, when you have one of the best 6 players in the league, that usually helps your attendance.
People forget about Milwaukee back in the 70s.
I don't.
And I don't
the
either.
Celtics played them in the '74 finals. That was the first finals I ever went to.
Really?
Kareem. I was at the game with the skyhook to win in double overtime, game 6. But yeah, they have a really good history. I actually really like the 80s teams. Quite the hump. You know, they came very close a bunch of times.
I bet you love the Mecca. Just looking at it on
Love
TV, how great place.
It was one of the great old arenas. They just don't make them that way anymore.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the center position. And for the Bucks, the backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. And it's Middleton in at the 3. And he uses the glass on the layup.
You see Levine's filled out his frame, shakes off contact, and completes the play.
Bledsoe against White. Bledsoe passes to Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Carter outside. Here's Levine. No good that time. Good D by Lopez. Here's Middleton. Up and in on the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Outside, White. Markkanen against Giannis. White looking around. Just 5 on the clock. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Lopez with the steal. Levine against Matthews. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And really, I thought what was the difference in that game, offensive rebound or the lack thereof, a lot of one-and-dones in that game.
You know, you have to crash the glass on both sides of the floor, and they didn't get the job done in terms of creating second chance opportunities.
Bulls have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. We've seen a handful of players land the Supermax contract bill. By and large, how do you see those deals working out?
It's tough. Nobody's really been happy with it yet. You know, it's so much money and it's such a big part of somebody's salary cap, and you're just kind of handicapped with it. And we've seen John Wall is the worst case scenario of it, but the situation Charlotte was in with Kemba Walker, where he makes the All-NBA team and now his Supermax is $240 million instead of 180. Like, that's crazy. And in a salary cap league, to pay $50 million a year from somebody is just nuts. It compromises the ceiling of the team. So the Bucks are going to be in this position with Giannis, where he's making $55 million a year and the cap's 120. How are you going to put a good team around
You can't maneuver.
You can't. So I would put a wrinkle in there that I would make the Supermax, whatever, pay the player whatever the number is, but it only counts for like $32 million or something. Make it so that it's not prohibitive.
A percentage of the total cap.
Yeah, make his capped figure is 32, even if you're paying him 55, and then that way people could compete better.
And that one misses. And the second free throw, good. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Antetokounmpo.
And when it comes to his scoring, he's enjoying a fantastic run. He's brought his points per game average up thanks to the work he's done in the past 10, and maybe he's got another big one in store tonight.
Markkanen dishes to White. Carter. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around. Bill, if you were just hired as a GM, which franchise would you model your approach after?
I really like what the Clippers did the last couple years when they realized they didn't have quite enough to win the title. And instead of just being beholden to being darn close but not quite, they actually blew it up and tried to figure out how to create cap space, find some young players.
And still stay competitive.
Build
so
the
they kept the momentum of their franchise.
Yeah, they stumbled into a situation where they had a lot of flexibility no matter what. I think the Celtics before them did the same thing in the mid-2000s. They're just trying to find assets and figure it out on the fly. That's the approach I would use. I would never fully commit one way or the other to anything. The goal is to try to accumulate assets and figure out what you have. And I think the smartest teams do that.
Antetokounmpo, no good. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. It's a three-point game. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Bulls trail by 5. The kick out to Porter. And it's sent back by Lopez.
It's a bonus whenever Lopez comes up with the swat. Want to see more of this from the big fella. Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Now Levine. We saw him with 29 points last game. The pass to White. Jacks up a three. Second shot opportunity, and it's sent back by Lopez. Giannis against Levine. Giannis kicks to Bledsoe. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. And that's now 6 points for Eric Bledsoe. Bulls trail by 10. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
Bill, it was in Boston where you received your master's degree in journalism. What attracted you to this profession? Why journalism?
I couldn't do anything else, and I didn't like manual labor.
No, really?
No, that really was it. I was good at writing.
Like anybody in your family or anybody you
No,
know?
I was always a good writer, and I liked writing and sports.
Yeah.
So just kind of like, I'll do those two things
Did
together.
it in high school, I'm assuming?
Yeah, started in high school. I had the big thing for me was in college. I had a column for the school newspaper, really from freshman year on, and around sophomore year of college, I started to get momentum, and that was the first time I thought, I wonder if I can get paid for this.
Right.
Which, as it turned out, no, until I was about 29. Yeah.
Bulls trail by 12. Outside, White. Down low, here's Porter. That one's off, still out of sync.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Count it. Middleton's got his second basket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's White. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And finished off by Porter.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
White against Bledsoe. Pass to Matthews. Clock at 4. Here's Giannis. And again, it's Milwaukee converting.
Uh-oh, starting out in rhythm. That's 4 out of 5 he's hit, and we're only in quarter number 1.
White the pass to Levine. Carter outside. Pass to Porter. Over in the corner, White. Off target from three-point range. Bucks leading by 14. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Here's White after the basket by Milwaukee. Here's Carter. And no good that time. Good D by Lopez.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
You've been producing documentaries, going deeper into athlete stories, which I know you love, because I think you're curious more than anything else.
Yeah.
So what drew you to that process?
Initially, it was we dove into these stories. We thought that was the inefficiency of, instead of these big, broad type of documentaries, concentrate on events and players and moments and things like that. And I think as you get into that, you start doing it, it just becomes intoxicating. And the cool thing about it is no story should be told the same way you would tell somebody else's story. You just don't know. You got to figure it out. Like we had Steve Nash his last Lakers season. He wanted to do a documentary about it. And then we spitballed it, and we decided it was actually a better idea to do an in-the-moment digital series about it that you could experience in real time with the thing. And it was the right idea, and that was really good. I think trying to figure out what story clicks the best with an athlete, how to tell whatever story they have correctly is the coolest part.
The Bucks shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
2 shots.
Free throw good. Giannis.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Williams comes in for Chris Middleton. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And George Hill's subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Pass to Young. Satoransky with it. Valentine with it. Out left to the wing. Looking to end the run. And an air ball on that one. Way off. And it's Williams with the ball for Milwaukee. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, and that one, their rebounding was the difference. Big disparity between the two teams.
And you know this, what you do on the backboard may not completely win or lose a game, but it can tip the scale in one team's favor.
Dunn misses. Bucks leading by 23. Bill, you wear so many hats, writing, producing, performing. You're running the ringer, which is highly successful. What role satisfies you the most?
I would say working with young people and trying to help them get better. I think that's the coolest thing you can do, especially if you feel like you've done some good stuff and accomplished some things and realized some dreams. Like the next thing to do is just to, can you help other people get to where they should go?
Well, a lot of this wasn't around when you and I were growing up. So
No.
what were your dreams?
My dream initially was just to write a sports column that people read. That's what I wanted forever, yeah. And then the most satisfying thing is just not knowing what's next, but taking chances and hoping things are going to be fun and work out. You have to have a good team around you, and you have to have like 6 or 7 awesome people that you completely trust who can help you do stuff, because it's impossible to do everything yourself, especially if you're trying to increase the scale of what you're doing. And I think that even works for an NBA organization. You know, it's not like one person running everything. I would say putting a good team around you is the most important thing.
Robin Lopez is checked in for Antetokounmpo. Here is Hill. No points in the game yet for him. Outside Williams. It's back to Hill. Kicks to Ilyasova. Fades back, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And the Bucks lead by 20. Well, Chicago's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And the pass to Valentine. Pass to Dunn. Feeds to Young. Shot clock at 3. Here's Satoransky. Hill pulls it in.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Outside Korver. On the wing, Williams. Back to Korver. This one for 3. Another shot. Lopez, no luck.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Bulls trail by 20. And here is Satoransky. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's Valentine. Back to Satoransky. Felicio kicks to Young. Over Williams.
And you know what? Call it great defense or poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Satoransky against Hill. 24 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Lopez passes to Williams. Over Valentine. Rebound by the Bulls. Felicio's got his 6th rebound on the night. For Chicago, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Both good from the line that time.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Hill looking it over. And so it's Milwaukee with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. We come back right after this. Already a superstar, Antetokounmpo talked about how much more he can improve.
I'm just trying to focus on the court. What's my next step as a basketball player? Because I know this is just the beginning. I haven't even reached my potential yet. I think I have a long way to go, and maybe one day I can be top 10 in all those things. I feel like I can do that.
I think he's already a top 5 player. With his skill set and physical tools, he can be an all-time great.
He's shown the dedication. I think he's only going to get better.
And thanks for joining us again, folks. 2K Sports broadcasting here on MLK Day, bringing you the NBA. And quite a position here for the Bucks to be in. What do you think, guys?
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Crushing it, absolutely crushing it. Shooting lights out, building a big lead here early on.
We've got George Hill. Marvin Williams is out there with Ilyasova. And there's Robin Lopez. And it's Korver in at the 2. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. From outside the arc, good on the three-point shot. Korver's got himself on the board with 3 there. And with the 2K Esports League, Bill, players not only get a salary, they can also sign endorsement deals. They're celebrities now unto themselves.
So what are the endorsement deals that the 2K players sign? Is it like hat? Because you're not really moving. Nobody can people see your clothes? They can, right?
They can
So you
see
need
your
sneakers,
clothes.
hats,
Maybe it's a hat. Maybe it's
drinks,
a shirt. All of it.
Do the announcers get endorsement
Gloves.
deals? Where's our endorsement
Well, if
deal
they
money?
don't, we could probably make the scab for it right here.
I'm ready.
This is the venue to do it right
I'm
here.
ready to do whatever.
Let's change the culture.
CTC.
And here are the Bulls now, following the bucket by the Bucks. Dunn shot's good.
An area where Dunn continues to work, improving his range, so the defense has to respect him out there.
Outside Williams. Wants to get it to Hill, and does. The kick out to Lopez. Over in the corner, Williams. 5 on the clock. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Valentine. Young passes to Felicio. Back to Young. And another shot. It doesn't go for him. And Milwaukee the other way now. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. It's off to Charlotte for them after this game as they take on the Hornets. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
The gravity of Kyle Korver drawing defenders and finding the open man.
Bulls trail by 19. Passes it to Satoransky. And it's good for two.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Chris Middleton was a first-time All-Star in 2019. We all know that Middleton is one of the league's best shooters, but he had to adjust his game to a new system under coach Mike Budenholzer. Middleton said, "I guess that's what being an all-star is, a team player and a complete player. Not playing for stats, playing for nothing else but to win." Kevin?
First-time all-star and well-deserved. David, thank you. Bucks leading by 19 points. Here's Williams. Shot left block. Valentine grabs the board. The Bulls have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Dunn passes to Satoransky. Back to Dunn. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Well, we've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up. Let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You got to love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
You take a look at Porter. He's going to need to leapfrog quite a few great shooters if he's going to be a part of the three-point festivities in All-Star Weekend. But, you know, maybe he can do it.
I mean, anything's possible, especially if he has a few big games from beyond the arc before All-Star Weekend. That'd give him a nice bump in the voting.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year. Some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, and I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent, precision, and really the wow factor of how these guys can drill the long ball.
Milwaukee leading by 19. Bill, it's no secret that your heart lies in Boston. Just what was it like growing up in and around that area?
Well, it's definitely the reason I like sports as much as I do, because it's so sports obsessed. A lot of it is cold weather stuff, I feel like, where there's 5 months a year that just stink, and then there's 3 other months that, you know, it's just smoking hot and humid. And so the sports makes everybody kind of crazy because you're crazy anyway. But there's nothing like being in Boston when something good's happening, like Celtics making an NBA playoff run, or the Bruins making a cup run, the Red Sox in September when the Yankees are coming to town, or the Saturday before a Patriots game. You can kind of feel it as the community of it. That's the difference between here and a place like LA.
It's formed you as a professional, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Here's White. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last.
A moment to check out Robin Lopez here. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. 9th in field goal percentage, and he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from 3, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense. White against Bledsoe. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so here is Chicago. Left side, Levine. Buries it down low. Levine's got his second basket of the night.
The height to see over the defense and the unselfishness. Terrific pass by Markkanen.
Outside Matthews. Pass to Lopez. Shoots over Markkanen. And Lopez gets it to go. Lopez has got 4 this quarter. Here's Levine. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. Markkanen finds Carter. Back to Markkanen. And there's the pass to Levine. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Wesley Matthews picks one up.
Zach LaVine has all the physical tools and a skill set with an incredible high ceiling.
The Bulls have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. So he comes up empty, missing both. On offense, here are the Bucks. They're on a 17-7 run. Porter outside. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
Yes, we've seen it before. Porter likes to dribble into that jumper.
Now Bledsoe. He had 22 points in the win against the Nets in Brooklyn. Middleton can't get it to go. And so Markkanen will bring it up for Chicago. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. White dishes to Levine. Porter against Middleton. 5 to shoot. Levine for 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 4 rebounds in this game. Matthews passes to Lopez. Shoots over White, and there's Lopez. That's good on the assist by Matthews. Matthews has got his 4th assist in this one. Matthews against Levine. Lopez with the block.
And that is the length of Robin Lopez on display.
And the jam by Bledsoe.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
And White kicks to Porter. Back to White. An easy 2 points on the layup. White's got his first 2 points.
There's always been a level of savvy to Porter's game. Beautiful pass.
Outside Matthews. Markkanen against Lopez. He feeds it to Bledsoe. And he gets the bucket. Bledsoe's got 4 points in the quarter.
Great look there from Robin Lopez. Rare to see a big man with that kind of playmaking ability.
Now here's White. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Cleveland. Here's Levine. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
What I like about Zach LaVine right now, he's really finding ways to get to the line more.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Levine.
After having no trips to the free throw line in the first period, he's being much more aggressive now.
Giannis, he's checked in for Robin Lopez. And so Levine nails both of them. Bucks leading by 23. Bledsoe with it. 12 points for him. And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Now here's Matthews. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Here's Lopez. Antetokounmpo trying to free himself up. Can't connect from short range. Levine against Matthews. Pass to White. Passes it to Markkanen. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
How many 7-footers do you know that will beat you off the dribble running screen and roll? Markkanen is special.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Two open that time. Made it look too easy. 17 points for Giannis.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And here are the Bulls now. Outside, White. The feed to Markkanen. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Bledsoe dishes to Lopez. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
And the key for Lopez is playing strong. When he does this, he makes an impact on both ends.
The Bucks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
The first one falls. Brook Lopez hits them both. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Chicago. He dishes it to Carter. Out to White. Lets it go from deep. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
Here's White. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. The dish to Levine. Trying to get open is Carter. And the rejection by Giannis.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
Shots good by Middleton.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
Chicago's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. Levine finds Porter. Outside, White. 6 to shoot to stop the run. And Otto Porter with the 3. Porter's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Bulls.
I like this strategy, getting Porter into the catch-and-shoot situation, giving him a chance to make a play.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You look at the Bucks, they're holding on to second spot in the conference. A great season for them so far. And, of course, the Bulls just need to take it a game at a time.
Yeah, but checking out Chicago, they've made a big leap forward this season. Just being in the playoff discussion marks a ton of progress from where they were at this point a year ago.
This is a much different team now, especially in terms of attitude and effort. They are competitive night in and night out. That is something we weren't saying about this team last year. He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
And entertaining as always. Bill, thank you so much for stopping by. We always appreciate your time.
Thank you. Just, I don't want to do any Celtic games. Can we not do that? I
They're
don't want
off
to see
the
that
schedule.
team. Let's do the other teams.
Okay. And, Steve, you get the sense that no NBA topic is off limits when you talk to Bill Simmons.
He gets the discussion going, whether you agree or disagree with him. That's part of what makes sports fun, having those debates. And sometimes we get to see the players in the debate on the court.
Now Middleton, after Lowry Markkanen misses from long range. Antetokounmpo passes to Bledsoe. Basket counts. Bledsoe's got 14 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's White. And that one goes long.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
Porter against Bledsoe. Back to Middleton. He kicks it to Matthews. Over Carter. And it's White with the rebound. Chicago's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown.
One of the keys to Porter's development, becoming more versatile offensively. There, he attacks in the lane.
And here's Giannis. He had 40 points in the win against the Nets in Brooklyn.
And he really made an impact defensively. His 4 steals were huge.
Levine wide open, and oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
That is situational basketball. It takes a good understanding and good execution.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks, ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, it seemed like you all were dictating tempo in the first half. How did you do that?
Okay, we're getting the stops, grabbing the rebound now, just trying to push it, try to get the best shot available.
Problem solved in transition. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 21 points, 4 assists, and 1 block. His great performance last game out seemed to carry right over into tonight. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
You have to marvel at the uniqueness of the Greek Freak. From half court, he needs only 2 dribbles. That's right, 2 dribbles to get to the rim. He can pass like a point guard at almost 7 feet. The list goes on and on.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotation. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. And you know, I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better, Ernie.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
Thanks again for joining us, and welcome back to our special Martin Luther King Day presentation of the NBA. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers, a very high percentage of those in the first half.
And welcome back to the 2K Sports broadcast of the NBA, celebrating Martin Luther King Day. Steve, the number of timeouts and even fouls have dropped in recent years. Do you think that's brought a better flow to the game?
Yeah, I think so. I know we have so much stoppage in our game, especially when they go to the referee's review. If we could do something about that. But I love that they've dropped the number of timeouts to keep the flow of the game. That's what most fans want to see, just the flow of the game continue.
So the Bulls 5 right now. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the point guard position. Here is Porter after the basket by Milwaukee. Right side, White. Misses off the left iron.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And yes, it's good. Matthews has got his second bucket of the game to go.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. White the pass to Carter. Tries again, and the layup is good. Carter's got his second bucket of the night.
Finally getting one to fall. They were 0 for 3 to start this half.
Bledsoe looking around. Pass to Antetokounmpo, and the dunk by Giannis.
Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Levine against Giannis. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Bounce pass from Bledsoe. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Here's White. Right side, Porter puts up a 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Right wing. They double-team Bledsoe. The Bucks working the ball around. Middleton can't get it to go.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Here's Levine. Lopez with the block. Middleton left side. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. Middleton hits them both. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Matthews against Levine. Outside, Markkanen. Kicks to White. To the paint. He's looking for Levine and finds him. He's good with the little jumper in close. Levine's got 10.
The prototype of the new guard. Long, quick, highly skilled. Zach LaVine has no trouble taking it inside.
Bledsoe passes to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Shoots from 12. Levine can't hit.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. White against Bledsoe. Here's Carter, and it's sent back by Lopez. Outside Matthews. Middleton for three. Good on the triple. Middleton's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Bucks. And so White will bring it up for Chicago. Can they get it? It's not going to go for him. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Floats it up for Giannis. An emphatic LU jam.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Here's White. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. White finds Markkanen. Back to White. From deep. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report, thank you so much. And that's going to be a travel. And a look now at our 2K leaderboard to see which wingmen have come away with the most steals over the past month. Second, Chris Middleton.
And this is the set of guys that can do as much or more damage with their defense as they can with their offense. They know how to swoop in for a steal from anywhere on the floor.
They're not just great on-the-ball defenders. These are players who get in the passing lanes, they double team, and they love harassing guys in the paint.
Feeds it to Lopez. Stolen by Carter. Porter dishes to White. Antetokounmpo on the double team. Just 5 to shoot. Levine for 3. Matthews with the rebound. Matthews has got 5 rebounds tonight. The pass to Bledsoe. Here's Middleton. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. And that's 19 points for Chris Middleton.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
Chicago has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Bean passes to Carter. And it's sent back by Bledsoe.
With Wendell Carter Jr., you love the do-it-all ability, the understanding of the game. And even as a rookie, you could see the consistency game to game from Wendell Carter. Very dependable on the glass and on the scoreboard for a player so young.
First one falls for him. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Young's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Valentine comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Donnie's checked in for Zach LaVine. And Satoransky subbed in for White. He's off on the second. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Pass to Ilyasova. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Ilyasova's got his second bucket of the night. And with Carter, he's only going to get better over the years.
The upside is easy to see. He always finds ways to contribute to this team. Not sure if he'll be a star, but he'll be a rock on the offense and defensive end for a long time.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Here's Korver for three, but he stays with it. Here's Lopez, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Dunn, wide open, he fires. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Dunn against Korver. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Chris Dunn picks one up.
Not the guy you want to foul. Kyle Korver is automatic from the line.
For Milwaukee, they have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. Steve, we've seen a few guys score close to 70 points in a game recently. Devin Booker of Phoenix certainly has gotten to that mark. Who might be the next guy to get to 70?
I think James Harden, because the way he shoots the three ball and gets to the free throw line, he's one. Steph Curry for sure. Kevin Durant. And I think Giannis in a few years, if he can start knocking down those threes, because I'm sure he can get about 40 points in the paint, 10 at the line, but he needs to knock down a few threes.
Now, here is Young. Denzel Valentine missing his last shot. Felicio, no good.
Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
Hill with it. Now guarded by Valentine. The offensive rebound. Lopez, no luck.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Milwaukee with the ball. Now Hill. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Back to Lopez. Fades away. Felicio with a rebound.
His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
And good that time. Valentine's got his first points in this one.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
Now here is Hill. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Lopez has got 8 points.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
And Chicago has possession, following the bucket by the Bucks. And Satoransky kicks to Young. Lopez with the block, and he recovers it. Back to Young, just 5 on the clock. It's good. Young's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Now here's Ilyasova. He averages about 5 points a game. Hill, that one drops for him. Hill's got his first basket of the night.
George Hill saw the opportunity, got right to the cup.
Now here's Satoransky. Passes to Young. And it's sent back by Lopez. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go.
Yeah, still possessing the athleticism. Williams is sensational at finding ways to throw it down.
Chicago's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Goes back up. Felicio, no good.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Pass to Korver. 1:43 left to play in the third. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, George Hill, the veteran guard, doesn't produce at the volume he once did. Still, he brings a lot of value to a team.
free throw drops for Hill. And for Hill, Greg, he's a great veteran leader who brings value to a playoff-bound team.
You know, Hill has a game that is effective even when he's not scoring. His leadership and defense will make him a welcome addition to any roster, even as his numbers fade.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
George Hill, you know, he's one of the more versatile guards we have in the game. He can defend ones or twos, one of those players who could fit in on any team in the league.
Here's Felicio, 5 points in the game. Done with it. Here's the floater, and it's sent back by Lopez. 1:09 left here in the third quarter. And here is Hill. Lopez outside. It's back to Hill. He kicks it to Korver. There's the triple. The shot off that time. And the Bulls going the other way now. And Valentine with the basket on the assist from Dunn.
I love it. Beautiful job getting to the rim, making a play.
And here's Hill, who will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. On the wing, Korver. 27 seconds left in the third. Here's Lopez, and that one's drained from the low block. Lopez has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Young passes to Dunn. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. 9 points for Chris Dunn.
One of the stronger point guards we have. Chris Dunn often does his best work in the paint.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks sitting at a lead of 40 points at the end of the quarter. Terrific play. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
Happy Martin Luther King Day, everyone, and welcome back. Going again here at 2K Sports. Brown out there with Wilson. Then there's Kyle Korver. Then there's Hill. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And every so often, Steve, we'll see two teammates fighting over a rebound. You ever have a teammate upset with you for stealing his rebound?
A lot, Kevin. All the bigs I played with, those guys hated when guards came in. They would elbow you, and if you're on their same team, saying get out of here, especially for a lot of those bigs, it was a lot of rebound incentives in their contract, so they wanted to grab every rebound.
That free throw, no good. Steve, revenue's climbing. We're seeing some star players make $40+ million a year. Top coaches making around $10 million a year. My goodness. Do you think coaches are due for a raise, though, Steve?
You know, I think all parties involved, the numbers will keep going up, Kevin. The franchise values are going up to over $1 billion. So I think coaches will get a raise, players will get a raise, and the guys that are playing at a high level, especially for coaches, if they're winning, their numbers will go up.
And he's good on the second.
And throughout his career, Robin Lopez has been fairly reliable at the line. You can't just hack him and call it good defense.
Now here's Valentine. Here's Felicio. Lopez covering. Here's Hutchison. Wilson grabs the board. Well, the Bucks shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. And Brown now atop the key. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Felicio's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that, to the inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his first personal at the line for the Bulls. Chandler Hutchison.
That free throw, no good. Smitty, with players like Curry and Lillard taking such high difficulty shots from deep range. I mean, these are just amazing. Some have said that it's hurting the game and that kids will try to emulate it. What do you think about that?
You know, Kevin, I think it is to some point, and to this point where so many kids now at a younger age are shooting the three ball from so deep. I would love for a lot of these guys to be able to show the work they put in, and then those kids try to emulate that.
Hill, no good.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Now the pass to Valentine. Fires it up. Offensive rebound, but they'll get another chance. Felicio, no good. Here's Milwaukee now. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth quarter. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Brown feeling out a bit. Kicks it to Hill. From past the arc. Traps in the tray.
Floor spacing is so crucial. That's something that George Hill definitely brings to the table.
And so it's Archie Diacono with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. Pass to Harrison. Inside. Stolen by Wilson. Connaughton passes to Brown. Here's Wilson. Second chance shot. And he lays it up and in.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Chicago again turning it over. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Wednesday, they'll head home and take on the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Friday, it'll be the Sacramento Kings coming into town.
And for that game against the Spurs, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Now here's Lopez. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Archie Diacono. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Hutchison to end the run. And the Bulls with another miss. Bucks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Connaughton passes to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Hill passes to Lopez. Stolen away. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
They get it back. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, easy call.
Steve, for players, success brings so many opportunities, but sometimes glitz and the glamour and the lifestyle get in the way of success on the basketball court.
You know it does, Kevin. A lot of these guys have a lot of things going off the court, and you want to encourage that. It's just when anything off the court starts to affect on the court, then it becomes a problem. Some guys can handle it from the beginning. Others need to mature before they can find that balance.
That's good from Valentine. Well, we know, Steve, the NBA looking at lowering the draft eligibility age from 19 to 18. The one-and-dones would be gone. Do you like the move?
I do like the move, Kevin. I would just love to have a lot of things in place for these younger guys, whether they're 18, 19, some guys at 25. There's something in place to help these guys, especially some of the things they're having problems with off the court and also financially. Have some kind of third eye to be able to help these guys.
And this is where the G League comes into play, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
Now, here is Hill. Pass to Connaughton. Lopez up top. Here's Connaughton. 5 on the clock. Here's Wilson. A second chance effort. He lays it in. Wilson's got 4 this quarter.
And boy, he can see blood in the water attacking a somewhat helpless team right now.
He's trying to help his team shut the door. They don't want to allow any comebacks.
Here's Felicio. The pass to Arcidiacono. And it's off from three-point range. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Brown kicks to Connaughton. Back to Brown. Hill passes to Lopez. Brown outside. Here's Connaughton. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Here's Arcidiacono. Following the 3 by Milwaukee, dishes to Valentine. To the middle, Felicio, the pass to Hutchison. The tray. The shot by Arcidiacono, no good. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 15-5 run here. Here's Wilson, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Here's Arcidiacono. Smitty, the NBA now preventing teams to sell international sponsorships. I mean, the league just continues to grow globally.
They have done a fantastic job. Teams can now enhance their visibility with this deal, and their internet makes this all possible when you get a chance to watch these teams all over the world.
That's a good point. That free throw good from Harrison. Eric Bledsoe's checked in for the Bucks. He hits both from the stripe. For Milwaukee, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. To the left wing, here's Connaughton. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Chicago's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Arcidiacono, the pass to Harrison. Pass to Arcidiacono. And the Bulls with another miss. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Here's Connaughton. Harrison with the rebound. And it's Harrison with the ball for Chicago. The shot by Arcidiacono, no good.
I don't know how many misses that is in a row, but I know it's ugly.
They get the rebound. Lopez score the basket, his 8th, 8 for 13 from the floor.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Harrison. Passes it to Hutchison. And here's Valentine for three. Wilson grabs the board. Wilson's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's the lob to the hoop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. The Bulls shooting terribly up to this point, just 30%. Some ramshackle offense play there. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You know, Steve, the business part of the NBA, very strong. But Commissioner Silver doesn't want to be complacent either.
No, he doesn't. He's always been forward thinking. They're doing a good job of being proactive and doing a good job of just throwing out ideas. And what I love the most, Kevin, working with the Players Association.
I'm with you. First free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Now Bledsoe. Pass to Connaughton. And here's Wilson. The 9-foot shot. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
He goes to the bounce pass there. Nice rhythm at the end of the play.
And Chicago has possession. Here's Arcidiacono. The pass to Valentine from deep. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Ball's knocked loose to the paint. Here's Hutchison. He hits it from 9.
Excellent timing on that play and a wonderful pass.
And it's Milwaukee's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Bledsoe outside. Pass to Wilson. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Now the Bulls with it. Passes it to Valentine. Here's Arcidiacono. And there's the defensive 3-second call. Well, a lot of progress being made from a technical standpoint. You can't escape it, Steve. Shoes now that can tighten themselves without laces, changing colors. Have you gotten yourself a pair yet?
Kevin, I haven't, but I've bought a lot of pair for my kids. I do like these type of shoes where there are no shoelaces. I'm a little lazy right now, Kevin, but I love the technology that are going into shoes right now.
To Felicio. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And the pass to Wilson. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Wilson's got 12 points here in the second half.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
So it's Chicago now. Here's Arcidiacono. That one goes. Count it. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Pass to Brown. Fires the 3. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Brown's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And so it's Arcidiacono with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Pass to Harrison from deep. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Bledsoe passes to Lopez. Bucks passing it around. Bledsoe outside. Pass to Brown. Lets it go with a three. Rebound by the Bulls. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Harrison passes to Hutchison. Arcidiacono taking his time here. There's the pass to Felicio. Shot clock at 5. Good D by Lopez. Milwaukee's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Bucks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so now on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
Wow, they finished the season series undefeated. 4 games, 4 wins, really asserting their dominance.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Giannis.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Here's Connaughton after Denzel Valentine's bucket. Right side, Wilson tries from 7, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Milwaukee, DJ Wilson. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And so he hits both. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth. Pass to Felicio. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Shooting for Chicago, Cristiano Felicio. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 17 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Bledsoe. He's tightly guarded. Here's Connaughton. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Eric Bledsoe. Eric, a strong performance tonight. What's been the difference?
We're getting out of transition, you know, trying to get defensive stops, and everybody's just playing their game.
And it showed tonight, Eric. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. See you later.